Hey YouTube, Unknown Gamer here. As you see, we're getting ready to go into the game against Florida. I think I was wrong about the schedule I made. It's actually, as I look at it, it's a lot tougher than I thought. But I think, even with that in mind, I still feel end of the season. Now I am going to make a little bit of a change. I feel the worst we do is three losses. 3 losses is the worst. Undefeated is the best. We can go undefeated. And as I look at our ratings, we actually don't look that bad. I was just highly upset with my defense because I don't feel like we can repeatedly have games like that and win. Right here, Derek Reynolds. I think he was Player of the Week this last week. I'm pretty sure. It said that we had a Player of the Week, and I just assumed him because he had by far the best performance on the team. And you know what? What better play to run than this play that we never run? And except for this one situation, this is I think this is one of our few times that we've ran that in a game. The main reason being that play didn't work for a while. It honestly didn't. There was a time where it was terrible for me. Didn't work at all. So oh my! Cormier. I think Cormier's trying to get himself benched with stuff like that. Honestly, right now, if I'm Barrett Dixon, I'm looking at that as kind of a, oh wow, I really should have came here. I probably would have started after that. And he probably would have. Because that very much has me annoyed, the fact that he fumbled the ball so easily. But then again, he is a sophomore. This is his first year starting. I expect every once in a while to see him do stupid stuff. It's just, this is not the game to do stupid stuff. Not against a top 25 opponent. You don't do that against a top 25 ranked team. Oh, and right here, as we go, we try and get a juke right there, but Derek Reynolds still gets 14 yards. We've thrown, I think, one pass all day so far. But then again, last year in our first drive, we never threw the ball. So Derek Reynolds is starting to see a little bit more freedom with the offense, which is expected. The New Solomon would have gotten more. New Solomon actually got more freedom than Reynolds. And right here, as we are now inside the red zone here, having a great first drive. Trey Griffey's a big part of this first drive, a huge part of it. And Richards, could Richards finish it off? No, he'll end up a few yards short. Oh, come on. Sorry, my dog's walking by and she's trying to figure out what she wants to do. But right there, as you see, we go up 6-0 on Florida. Let's see how this extra point goes now. Hopefully it doesn't. Please don't miss. Please don't miss. Please don't miss. He gets it. We'll turn that down a little bit. And now let's see what our defense can do. Right here is right off the bat. They haven't been able to do anything to our defense. Our defense has held their ground really for one of the first times this year they've held their ground against a team. And Burn gets off the line and down goes. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name, but Burton gets the sack, and it's about time, if you ask me. It's about time Burton gets the sack. It took him one game. It took him, I think, 2 games to get it. But normally we have 2 or 3 sacks a game from our left end, so he's going to have to pick it up a little bit to reach what we normally have. But I honestly don't care if he picks up or not, as long as we can have good coverage. If we can have coverage like we did there, we don't need 2 or 3 sacks a game. We just need... Oh gosh, and this play's broken. Oh my... And bad blocking is a big part of it. And yeah, that's clearly a fumble. Bad blocking is... The blocking on this team is terrible right now. And if you ask me, it's the reason we're losing. It's the reason that that last game we had some trouble at time. Oh, my bad. That was my bad with Smith right there. I accidentally used it in Smith without meaning to. Whoops. Hopefully that doesn't do a whole lot. Morhen Weg, I think that's how you pronounce it. That's going to be the first one and only time I try and pronounce that name. And, oh, who blew Romero? Romero and a whole... I think we were in zone. If we were in zone, a whole bunch of people just blew their zones. If we were in man, Romero just got burnt. And that really destroys me, the fact that Romero just got burned right there. I do have something to show you guys in recruiting after this, just real quick. I know I said I won't be showing it, but I will be showing it when we get commits. Spoiler alert. Right here now, the question is, can we convert on third down? This will be one of our first third downs where there's a lot of stuff on the line. Since, I don't know who Jackson is. Who's this Jackson kid? If anybody knows... Oh! I used Alpha up like an idiot, and, incomplete pass, and... Yeah, we'll try it. I'm going to risk it here. Normally I won't do this stuff, but I trust this team. I trust the team that we have, and I trust myself not to be an idiot and user it. And this is why I trust this team. We need 5. Derek Reynolds gets 16, gets 11 yards more than what we needed. And thank the Lord he does, because that would have been a huge momentum killer right here. We've had quite a few momentum killers so far today. Great job, Corn. Great job. Our whole offensive line is doing amazing so far. Running and letting guys rush through at will. Standing in the way of our running back. I mean, bravo. I mean, this game has had so much... We are screwing up so many times right now. It's unreal how many times we've had simple mistakes. Elvra was my fault. Fumble was the line's fault. That barely won. I feel that was a little bit of my fault, a little bit of Bailey's fault, a little bit of Reynolds' fault. Everybody was at fault on that play. But that one, I don't know who Johnny Jackson is. I think he might have been one of the recruits I got last year. I'm pretty sure he is. If he's not, I have no clue who the heck he is. Or what year. Oh no! He's a senior! Yeah, he's the senior we have. The senior that's buried on the depth chart. I always forget about him. Because normally I don't have seniors buried that far on the depth chart, but he's an exception to it. But I mean, he's buried down there. He's like he's right above Tarley, and Tarley's like our 7th. I think he's like our 6th receiver. And he's, like I said, he's buried. His chances of playing time are very, very low. And, well, obviously telling me that should change. But Trey Griffey, I like him coming out of that slot. And just think next year he'll be one of our starting wide receivers unless he does terrible in growth. He'll be one of our starters. And so far he's been a huge part of tearing defenses apart. Right here we're having some troubles defensively holding together in the long run. Because I don't know, we're having troubles with defense. We always seem to have troubles defensively in the first few games. I think I said that in the last video. I'm just reiterating at this point that our defense is never good in the first few games, but it always improves. Eventually, our defense will start playing like the defense we had last year. Probably when they get their first pick or they get their first game where they have a lot of sacks. Oh, we almost had the first pick. And they're on 3rd and 7 here. Can we get the stop? I don't know. That's a big question. And why does it always do that with Burton? It always sends him back into a zone. We're not going to limb. We're going to bring the Burn. Oh, Burn almost drilled that quarterback. He would have hit him good too. They're gonna go for it on fourth. Can't blame him. I did the same thing. So, yeah, I know I complained about SEC teams doing that in my national championship video. But, I mean, there's a possible chance at that. Oh, my gosh. Why can't we stop anything? Why? He even ran to the strong side of our defense. Yes, for one of the few times our defense has a strong and a weak side. We normally have been good at avoiding that. Except this time they're going to run to the weak side if they run the ball. Nailed it. That's our weak side. The side that we stopped them on is the weak side. At least on the defensive line part. Gosh. But we can't tackle on that side of the ball. But we'll stop him. Gosh. He's done pretty good so far this game. One of the few times we get beat on the screen, whenever you get beat on a screen, you get destroyed on a screen. That's all I'm going to say about that last play. Is when a screen beats you, it doesn't beat you for short yardage. It beats you for long yardage. It beat us for 26 yards there. We need to get a fast defensive line. Because Burton could have... If Burton would be fast, he would have gotten him for a 2-yard gain. Instead, Burton's slow and is a big part of them getting 26 yards. So that's something else that I would want to see is Burton get a little bit faster. We're going to run a 3 deep under here. Because I get the weird feeling they're going to pass the ball. Knew it. And they step out of bounds. Thank you, Ahmad Fullwood. I think that's how you pronounce it. Thank you. Very much enjoy you stepping out of bounds right there. It kind of saved us. A lot of embarrassment. And their running back went out, and he'll come back shortly. And yeah, it's now 10-14 Florida. And the big question is, how long can this Arizona team keep playing games like this? Can we do it all season? Can we be a Florida State? That's a big question. Could we end up being a Florida State right now? That's what I'm wondering. Our possible first 3-and-out all year, right here. Can we keep this drive going? No, we cannot, because our line cannot block. And people wonder why I hate the way why I'm recruiting linemen so heavily. It's because our linemen can't block, and oh my gosh, they almost blocked our punt. If they would have blocked that punt, I don't think people understand how annoyed I would have been. It would have been it for this line. There would have been huge changes for this whole offensive line. The offensive line, only person that would remain a starter would be the center. Answasser, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He tries to get over there, but this is going to be us going into halftime. Yeah, we go into halftime with a 4-point lead. I swear, if we don't pick stuff up in the second half, we will not have back-to-back undefeated seasons. I don't want us having to pull some Florida State and end up miraculously winning every single game. We can't do that. Right here, can we send Florida to their second 3-and-out this game? 3rd and 11 if they get this. And Gordon's right there to just put up a fight with him, and we just swarm. And right there, that makes it 4th and 5. They're going to punt the ball here, but I am going to bring up... I'm going to be careful. I want to make sure we don't get faked here. Heath, though. I forgot about Heath, actually. Heath is our young middle linebacker who actually is going to be an amazing player eventually. I thought I redshirted him, but I guess I didn't redshirt him. Probably was hoping that he would get some experience at some point in the season, or trying to make sure that he doesn't get, and trying to make sure he doesn't transfer. Those were probably my 2 number 1 motives for not putting him on the bench. And oh wow, out of the pocket again, and picking out Trey Griffey perfectly again. Trey Griffey and Derek Reynolds. That's a dynamic duo right there. As those two, forget him and a starting wide receiver, or him and James Bailey, the two that I thought would be the biggest dynamic duo. I thought it'd be him, I thought it'd be Bailey or Richards, but it's neither. It's him and Trey Griffey, who actually, coming into the first game, was in a fight for that slot position. I didn't know if he was going to get that slot position, and now, well, I'll put it this way: it's a pretty dang good thing that I did, because now he's seventh most yards out of wide receivers. And it's pretty bad when we run a screenplay and our quarterback gets a rushing touchdown. That says a lot about the pass rush that they brought there. And it also says a lot. Our line actually did do a decent job of blocking. They read the screen perfectly, like every team has done throughout this whole series. I have not gotten one successful screenplay. Not a single screenplay has gone for anything. So I'm pretty much done running screenplays because they don't do anything. It's just, for some reason I thought it was something to do with the fact that we had Kadeem Carey. I thought, hey, they're looking at Kadeem Carey as a great player. Of course they're going to end up going for him. We finally get to him. Oh my gosh. About time. Redmond. Who's Redmond? Oh, that's our backup. That's our backup strong safety, I think. I only know that because I was actually in practice. I was doing a lot of testing with him. And I was trying to make sure that he was good enough to start, because he was very close to almost starting. Now the big question is, how can our offense respond to them shutting him out? And we get out, and Richards, we pick out Richards in a tight gap right there. And this is what Derek Reynolds has done all season, is just pick out somebody in a tight gap that I don't feel comfortable throwing it in, but I do it because he's had success doing it all season long. And right there, oh, Cormier almost gets the outside. Almost. Doesn't get it, but he almost does. But almost doesn't count, I guess. And right here, he gets that outside corner, and he's off. And it's off for Derek Reynolds for 11 yards. Okay, good. I did get the right play. I went to select the read option, but then I saw this play, and I like cool flats more. I do. I find this play very, very good. And right there, Chains Bailey gets a nice catch. It works really good if they're running man coverage. If they're running zone, you're not going to get crap. And right there, Cormier that one guy dives for Cormier at his ankles, but Cormier's already in the end zone, buddy. Now Palmer has a chance to make it a 18-point game, and that's what he does in this game. And it's starting to look like the Pac-12 will prevail over the SEC and this would make it the second. So we're starting to show that we are actually battle-tested. We are a battle-tested school, and we are a school that can handle the quote-unquote best conference in college football. Right here, the whole game lives and dies on this 1 4th and 12. This could be the end of the game for Florida, and this could be the game where our defense shows that we are good. And Onswasser drops the pick that hit him square in the hands. Dude, you cannot drop that stuff. This year, you will not be able to drop that in Pac-12 championship games and win and still be a great team. Oh, no. If this plays the play that we had blown blocking on, and they don't bring a blitz this time, and the blocking works, and Richards gets the catch, and it's a touchdown for David Richards. And right there, that is big. I'll be honest, this makes it 35-10. Your odds of winning a game when you're down 35-10 with 4 minutes left are very low. And oh my gosh, I moved that button up. I moved the right stick up, but it didn't go up. So yeah, that's fun. But right here, let's see. What can we do here? And we can bunt it. Right there, that pretty much tells you. That's our punter. I can't wait. I hope we don't have to punt, but if we do, wait, yeah, we've punted once so far this game. We have punted. So, and he did pretty good right there, but now the question is, how is Florida going to respond to being down 25? Well, shouldn't have tried that one. I tried to thread the needle right there, hoping that they would screw up, because they've been screwing up a lot today, but they didn't screw up. Right here. Can we make the stop? Oh wow, my camera is at a terrible angle. I am terribly sorry. And they get the first down because we are stupid, because we cannot tackle. And this is the story of the game right here, is them just repeatedly, why is their backup running back an impact player? That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry, but when your backup running back is an impact player but your starter isn't, I think it's time you switch the two. But right here, yeah, we'll switch into some man coverage here. Just throw them off. I love throwing opponents off like this. I like 2-man under. There's no point in using a quarterback spy because their quarterback has run the ball a total of 1 time for us for 3 yards. Man, I swear, if we let teams run like this when just because we didn't bring a blitz, this year is going to be long. Because we cannot blitz all game against USC, Oregon, UCLA. We can't do that. Yet every time we don't blitz, they get a 15-yard gain. It's pick your poison with this defense. Blitz all game, or sit back in coverage all game and get burned by the run. You pick your poison. I'd rather blitz and not get burnt by the run a lot. If you're going to have to beat us, I'd rather you beat us by the pass than by the run. Albert Smith, you better get off your block right there. Everybody better start playing better as a team right now, because we cannot... If they score on this drive, on a drive that we've had about 3 or 4 chances to end, and the main reason we don't end them is because I know people say, oh, there's no such thing as not having the heart. Yeah, there is such a thing as not having the heart, because we've run out of heart. They still have heart. They don't have anything left to fight for. They want to get out of this building as much as we do. They just want to make this score a little bit more respectable before they do. We honestly don't care as long as we get out of the long as we get to the locker room. At times, I feel like for all we care, we could lose this game as long as we go to the locker room. As long as we go to the locker room in the next minute, we'll forfeit as long as you let us go to the locker room. Then we'll forfeit the game. That's what it feels like. We don't care, and it annoys me. Which is why I'm going to try and put up another touchdown. It's just to prove that we actually do care, that the coach isn't going to let this stuff happen. And yeah, we're not going to let that happen. As Chains Bailey told that one kid, hey, tell me how the grass tastes real quick, could you? And right there, that's basically me telling Florida, stop trying. I don't care what you want to do. I will answer you. I'm just disappointed with my defense. This is bad. We shouldn't be allowing 17 points today. I know that's what we averaged last year, and we blew teams out last year like crazy. And we had a good defense last year. It's just, when we truly played good, we had a tough schedule. We had a schedule about as tough as we did last year right now. Last year, we allowed about 17 points a game. And then look what happened in the national championship game when we played a team that was good offensively. All I'm going to say is, we can't play like this and then expect to do the same stuff on a bigger stage. This is a relatively small stage. There shouldn't be a lot of butterflies. I understand some butterflies, but not a lot. And yet, here we are, Oh my. And we just took out our own guy. We can't tackle worth crap. We have trouble doing the basics. The basics are coming. We're sitting there with the basics, fumbling the basics in the backfield. Like right there, we have 3 guys in that general area. Nobody steps up to look at it and be like, I might want to take him. No, they all sit there like idiots. Of course it does. He was in bounds. I could have told you that. He threw the ball backwards. Backward pass or fumbles, aren't they? Well, I guess not. I guess in NCAA football, they're not. Because he turned around and threw that one big. I wish we would have thrown towards his end zone. That would have been really nice. Because I know if you drop a halfback screen in this game, it's a fumble. I guess they forgot to put in that mechanism for throwing the ball away. And that's how the game will end, is 42-17. Like I said, I have something I want to show you guys real quick in recruiting. Right here, we'll do a real quick recruiting overview because we did get some news this week in recruiting. Okay, I offered Mike Lawrence a scholarship and put 50 points on him because, well, some other stuff happened, like I said. Halfbacks, we gave Justin Rhodes 700 and we're leading on him very good. Fullbacks, we added some points to Marcus Bradley. Tight ends, I offered Lee Allen a scholarship, and he committed right away. I feel like if you look at these stats, they're not too terrible. They're not bad. I'll end up redshirting him probably. Tight tackles, put 100 more points on him, put 100 more points on him. Didn't put any more points on him, left him alone because we're going up pretty good on his. Johnny Bradley, put 100 more on him. Jerk Allen, I put 100 more on him, which will put us up by about 900 a week. So we could very easily end him very quick. He could be a very quick commit too. And if he commits fast, I'll put points on Paul Watson then. Roger Kent, we were going way too far down him. I felt to even bother with it. Middle linebacker, I decided to put points on Matt Jackson then. Hopefully we can get him to commit. Because that was without any points. Just a scholarship we went up by that much. So I decided I'll put points on him. Will Mills, like I said, and he had 500 points originally, so there's 200 more on him. So we'll drop USC and all of them very quickly. I feel we will at least. Derek Dickerson, I decided I put more points on him, and well, hopefully those points lead to a change right there, and we can leapfrog and get up there. Punters, I put some more points on Jonathan Perry, so we should start flying up on his. And then there's nobody at the athlete position. So that's it for this video. Until next time, like, comment, and subscribe.